homesteading to prepping to common horse sense, we are College Hill Farm. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, today I got a present in the mail. It's a digital laser protractor, and it's by WiBENTL. Okay, it comes with these instructions that are, the writing's so small I had to get a magnifying glass to read them. But it says it's a digital laser protractor, a PT 181, maximum transmit power less than 1 milliwatt, and emission wavelength is 620 to 690 nanometers. Or in other words, it's a red dot laser. But it's not a dot, it makes a line. Okay, then there's some beam emission stuff. It says it's made by the Shenzhen Red Dragon Instrument Company. Okay, so this is what we're working with today. It comes with its own little charger. This is for charging it up. It's battery powered, so but it charges up like a cell phone. This is a USB-C connector. Comes with a little bag, okay, to store it in. Here's what it looks like. This is the thing. It comes with this metal plate, and this is magnetized, so it sets on the plate in any direction you want it to sit. Okay. Now on the front here, it's got on, and when you press the on button, it comes on, and it shows you the angle that it's held at. Okay. See, it changes the angle as you move it. Then in the center here, oh, this one says error. Okay. Then there's a hold button. Like if you hold it up here to an angle, like you're looking at it from behind, you can do this. Press the hold button, and it holds that angle so that you can see it. All right. Now it's got something here called a zero, and so far I haven't figured out what the zero button is about. But all the angles are based on level. Okay? As long as you've got it level to start with, or if you've got things plumb and you want to know an angle, like I'm getting ready to build a tractor shed, and let's say I wanted to put a board down through there, and I wanted to know the angle so that I could I'll get it out here, so that I could take and figure out what the angle was to set my saw to cut with. I could use that, just set it up there and push the hold button, and then turn it around, and it would tell me what the angle was. Does that make sense? All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to know how accurate it is. All right. I don't know how accurate it's going to be, so let's put it through its paces a little bit and do a little math. I know. I'm sorry. A little math is required. We'll do a little math and see how accurate this thing is. Okay. Now, I've got some tools for evaluating this stuff. And I've got this. But let me tell you something about these kinds of instruments. Okay? This is accurate, but it's accurate to within a certain range. Okay? And it's really hard, and it's all based on what you're looking at here. I would rather use a little bit of math rather than coming up with this kind of thing. I would rather use math to determine if this was accurate or not. Now, I've got my table set up so that it's within 0.05 of a degree of level according to this. So let's go through some measurements here. Now, if we put this on here, oh, I got to turn it on. Okay, I've got it on millimeters because millimeters is a smaller measurement. It's easier to do. All right, that's 80.4 millimeters. Try it one more time. Oh, I went too far. 80.2 millimeters. So let's write that down. .2. It's 80.2 millimeters. Now this, I've got a board. I'm going to measure it, and it is 18.5 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up just on the edge of that board. Okay? It says it's 13.65. That was 18.5 millimeters. So this is 18.5 millimeters in rise, and this is the hypotenuse. This would be the adjacent side. This is the opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse, the long side. If we go back, remember our old high school physics and geometry, or high school geometry and algebra 2, then you know that if you know the opposite side and you know the hypotenuse, you can figure out the angle by using the sine. So I'm going to take my calculator. Here's my calculator, and I'm going to put in there the inverse sine, or in other words, I want to know what the sine is. So it's 18 opposite over the hypotenuse, 18.5 divided by 80.2, close parentheses, and equals 13.33 degrees. 13.6. So it's less than a third of a degree off, and that could be in just anything. If there's a little piece of sawdust or whatever, so it's within a third of a degree. Or in other words, it's a 33 thousandths of accuracy. It doesn't tell me how much accuracy it has. It doesn't. Let's do another one. Okay, we still down there? Okay, we're at 0 or 0.5, 0.05. Hard to get those perfect. Let's do something. Let's use something else. Let's see. Let's use something that's a little solider all the way and even. Let's use a level. So I'm going to take this level. I'm going to measure the distance. It's 23.8. 23.8. Oh. Okay, millimeters. This is 80.2. We've already measured it. So now we take this level, put it up here, put it right on the edge. Okay, it says it's 17.3 degrees. So now we use our calculator again. Just clear what's there. All right, we hit inverse sine of 23.8 divided by 80.2 close parentheses, and that equals 17.26. What does this read? It reads 17.30. Hey, okay, since I use something that it's not maybe wavy like that board, look at there how accurate that is. That's within 4 thousandths or 400ths of a degree. I don't think I have to worry about doing things within 400ths of a degree. Within 1 or 2 degrees, I will be good. Now, what else does this do? Well, if you press this one time, after it's on, you get a laser beam shining through here. It's a line laser, see it? you get a laser line. Well, we know that the board is level this way, so that laser line should be level. Pull my level up there. Now, I'm not great at this, so I need to make it where you can see. I'm going to try and pull this up where it's level. Look at there, that's dead on level. Okay? Dead on level. Now, if you press the second one, press this again, it turns the laser on both sides. Or on the other side, excuse me. Turns the laser on this side. Then if you press it again, it turns the laser on both sides. Now, this shines all the way over on my wall over here, and the wall is about, I don't know, 10 or 12 feet away. Same way here, about 10 or 12 feet away. So, it shines a pretty good beam. I doubt if you could see it outside. Just saying. I doubt you could see it outside. But that turns it off then. And then to turn it off, you just hold it. And it goes off. Everything on it is based on level. Okay, so what it will be when I use this, right now I've got my carving station set up, but let me take the carving station loose and show you what it might be good for, some of the things. Now, when I go to set up this mill, of course, you know, we talked about it and I have to work on some things so it doesn't do that. Okay? But when I go to set up this mill, I'll want to make sure that the whole thing is perfectly level. Well, this will allow me, see, you'll see there, it's 2 degrees. Okay? So, now I could adjust this table, okay, to where it tips this way and that way, and that way and that way, to make sure that this is all perfectly level and everything's at 90 degrees. I can even put this on this chuck. You can see right there the chuck is 88.15 degrees. Okay, so I could put it on the chuck and then adjust the floor mount down here so that this is perfectly on 90 degrees. That way, when this is perfectly on 90 degrees, perfectly at 0, I know that I'm at a perfect 90 degrees here. So this is going to be a handy little item. It'll allow me to adjust it that way. I can make sure that even the head going up and down, and if you'll look, see how accurate this is? The head going up and down is the same degrees as the chuck is right here. That's pretty doggone accurate. I am impressed with this thing. So it will allow me to do a lot of different things and help me to square things up real quick. Now, if you haven't noticed, I like technological toys. I just like them. Okay? Will I use this a lot? I don't know how much I'll use it. I've got a feeling I'll use it some. But for a lot of times, like if you're holding up a board, you mark it with a pencil, and this would not be necessary. For what I got it for $0, okay? A friend of mine sent it to me. Well, one of the subscribers sent it to me. I call him a friend. He's been on the channel for forever. He sent it to me, and I think I'll get a lot of use out of it. It will definitely help me when I finish getting the mill set up and get it locked in to where I want it to be. Now I've got to get this shop cleaned up because we're about to embark on a build of our tractor shed, and the tractor shed build is going to be something that takes me a while. I'm not the young horse I used to be, so the tractor shed will take me a while. I'll try and put as much of it on video as I can. There's some things that just don't lend themselves well to video when you're doing stuff solo. I do everything solo. Not that Crystal won't help. It's just that outdoors is not her kind of thing, and this is my part. Okay? She has the indoor part, and I have the outdoor part. She does all the canning and working up the produce and that kind of stuff, and I do the outdoor part. Okay? So, now, if you like this stuff, this homesteading, do-it-yourself kind of thing, be certain to come on out to the channel and subscribe. We do this homesteading stuff every week, sometimes once, sometimes 5 videos. Just depends on what's going on in the homestead that week. Now, if you hit the little bell when you come to the channel, it'll be right here. It notifies you when we upload a video. We upload on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Now, with that being said, it's time for me to get on to the next thing.